Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. I believe we're in the disbelief phase. This coming from Vandal Black Swan Capitalist here on Twitter. The next few to several months will truly test your discipline and conviction as a crypto and digital asset investor. Guys, I could not agree more. This is going to be the most exciting part of this bull run, if you can believe it. We've been through all of this, okay? Complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, then eventually the capitulation, anger, and I feel like we're still kind of in this angry phase after we did see that first leg of the bull run start. The depression phase was in around the end of 2022 and into 2023. And then we started to rally. I mean, for XRP holders, it's been a little different because XRP just has not moved in the same fashion as Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin pretty much started rallying in and around January 2023. I want to say in and around here. And it was pretty much like this kind of a thing, right? Until we reached the top. Then we kind of rebalanced. And guys, the best is yet to come, not just for Bitcoin, but for the rest of the altcoin market. Whereas XRP just did this, right? You can see it right here on the chart, and then went lower, higher, lower, and really hasn't gotten up to any meaningful new highs. As Vandal is saying, though, we are in the disbelief phase. This is a sucker's rally. But guys, this is market psychology. You got to be ready for the next big turn up. And this is when XRP generally does see its time in the sun. So this is the Bitcoin chart. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is struggling to meet that $65,100 level up here, which I've identified in the past. Here, if I throw a price label on there, that would be the former lower high that we did see on the Bitcoin chart, 65,100 per coin. And right now, I mean, we're getting very, very close to that. Right now, we're at 63,400. So we do have to break up above that. And that would be the beginning of confirming that bullish momentum to the upside. As you guys can see, these candlesticks here looking like Bitcoin is struggling a little bit. Long wicks, long tails, small bodies. That coupled with some fairly large volume down here. That just basically means there are a lot of buyers and sellers trading at these prices right now. And, as soon as seller sentiment wears down, that's when we're going to see buyers take the lead. And that's when we're going to see prices continue to rise yet again. So that is based on many factors. Of course, the technical analysis does show $65,000 per coin. At that point, it's probably going to be a breeze to get back up to $70,000. And when I say a breeze, I don't mean within the next hour, but, probably within a week or so, we could see this next high. It's very, very likely. I mean, we've seen that kind of thing happen in the past. So right now, we're just waiting and seeing. Now, Ali's already onto altcoin season. The Bitcoin dominance seems to be topping out, hinting at a possible dip to 47%, setting the stage for an altcoin season. Now, we talked a little bit about this the other day, that ascending wedge, this on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Of course, if you look at Bitcoin dominance up here, 56.4%, that has been struggling. I mean, we do have to see that next leg up for the market in order to really see where Bitcoin dominance does go vis-a-vis altcoins. The market cap is at 2.23 trillion, so that's up by a little bit. In the 24-hour volume, guys, that's up significantly by 57.7%. You guys can see we are creeping up slowly. It's still in the 50s. We're not seeing too much movement for crypto sentiment, although it's good, guys. We're seeing, generally, we're seeing traders trading cryptocurrencies, buying their favorite altcoins, their favorite meme coins. And we got to remember, October is just around the corner. The historical average increase of Bitcoin in October is 22%. This courtesy of Rob Art here. Bitcoin has experienced declines in October of 2014 and 2018. Both were bear market years. So remember that, guys. 2014, 2018, similar to 2022, those were bear market years. And even in 2022, in October, we did see Bitcoin increase by 5.56%. So this is a halving year, similar to 2020, so the year right before the euphoric year. So 2020 saw 27.7%, and even 2016 saw 14.71%. So it is a possibility that Bitcoin could see, what did Rob say here, an average of 22% in October. Where would that bring us? Even if we were to just take a look today, that would bring Bitcoin up 22%. Let's see where that would take us here. 22% would bring us in and around $77,000 per BTC. I'd take that, a new all-time high for sure. So, again, like I say, hitting that 70,000 mark and then finally going back up above all-time high. I mean, we could see it in October, guys. This market could start rocking and rolling very, very soon. So wanted to thank Rob for posting that. Also, Ali Charts and Vandal. Now, Tokenizer, guys, bringing us a interesting observation here. XRP on-chain activity. check out who has buy orders set up. Okay, there's some massive buy orders sitting between the ranges of 0.501 and 0.449. So here's 4 price points within the order book that really do stand out. $720,000 sitting in an XRP buy order for 50 cents. Then $650,000 at 49 cents, $320,000 at 48.5, and $310,000 at 45 cents. These 4 price points alone equal $2 million in XRP, and that's at about an 11% range. Granted, that's if XRP does revisit and retest these lower lows. So let's get back to that XRP chart. Wow. There are still big whales here, institutional guys looking to swoop up and take some XRP at those lower price points. So 50 cents is that first level in and around there, and you can see that they want to get in. They're fairly aggressive on their buy orders, looking to deploy more at 50 cents, $720,000. Then the next one, 1 cent lower, the buy order being $650,000. So this represents $2 million in XRP, guys. This is the power of on-chain data. You're literally getting a direct overview of where exactly the money is. Now let's add up all the other orders that sit within these levels, okay? He brings up a very, very good point here. These are 10 price points from anywhere from the smaller to large size orders. So $24,000 at 0.501, then $7,800 at 0.499, $5,100 at 0.486, $4,400 at 0.484, $2,400 at 451, and $1,500 at 449. So coming to a grand total of only $45,200. And when paired with the $2 million large orders, we see a total of $2,045,200 worth of XRP being bought within this range. So guys, what he is suggesting here, a couple of things. The 6-figure sized orders at the individual levels should already showcase that this is by no means retail traders. These are big whales purchasing. Okay, they're waiting for a good opportunity to buy up some XRP, and they're not waiting for any 39-cent XRP or 35-cent XRP. Like, they are saying, no, if it comes back down into this range, this is where we're swooping up the majority. Basically, how I look at this is if you guys have cost averaged under 50 cents, you're doing pretty good. I mean, if this is institutions putting in 2 million between 45, let's call it 45 and 50 cents, or rather it's up here, 45 and 50 cents, then you're doing pretty well if your cost average is under 50 cents per coin. So an interesting observation here, of course, whales getting very excited. They know this next move is coming, and I mean, they're likely going to be trading some of this in the spec market, but also holding it for the long term, as I'm going to be doing. For more information on my trading plan, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Black Swan Capitalist bringing this to our attention. Donald Trump's speech on the level playing field for the monetary system. Do you remember this, guys? I wanted to remind you of this. He's clearly hinting at XRP, the bridge currency that connects global systems by leveling the playing field for trade and provides access to all economies.
I believe that will all work out very well for everybody, China, Japan, the United States, and everybody in the region. As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things. And we will be on that field, and we will all be working very hard to do great for our country.
And that level playing field is going to be ushered in with the help of DLT technology and cryptocurrencies that are going to be regulated in this international financial system. Chad Steingraber here bringing us this. The EVM Side Chain team from Ripple and Peersys chose EVMOS, so Cosmos and Atom, to connect the IBC, the Interblockchains Communication Service, which opens up the XRP ledger to a massive ecosystem. And let me just read you guys this quote. EVMOS was selected by the EVM Side Chain engineering team from Ripple and Peersys for being the most battle-tested, user and developer-friendly IBC-enabled EVM. We're excited to bring the XRPL ecosystem to Cosmos via this partnership that will benefit the entire ecosystem. And this is from the EVMOS founder, Federico Kulmar. This is what he's saying. Now, Chad Steingraber did just post this yesterday. Retweeting out XRP Drops tweet, the EVM sidechain on the XRP ledger will bridge 55 other chains enabling dApps. Wrapped XRP or EXRP locks up actual XRP and uses it as a gas token. So guys, more use cases ultimately is going to, it's the equivalent of more utility, which means more demand for the XRP cryptocurrency, which ultimately means higher prices, right? Supply and demand fundamentals come into play here. This was originally reported at token 2049. So XRP drops with the original tweet here. XRPL EVM sidechain. Be the first to unlock XRP utility, blending the best of both worlds. So guys, we're seeing the utility slowly grow, even with these partnerships, even though, yes, it is the EVM sidechain, even though there is, controversy. And, this is why, partially why I was never really interested, or rather, I didn't really report too much on the ETHgate stuff. It is interesting in terms of a legality thing and corruption thing, but at the end of the day, guys, the technologies, I knew that they had to work together in order to enable a new robust financial system. And, whatever cryptocurrencies, because, quite frankly, Ripple has got ties with the WEF. We talk about it. It's not the best organization to be tied to, I guess, morally, but this is a fact. At the end of the day, we're going to benefit from this. So, when we see these partnerships, when we hear about the EVM sidechain, you just got to remember that, guys. At the end of the day, what's important. And what I think is important to me, my pocketbook, and what XRP is going to be doing, how it's going to be utilized in the future of finance. So I wanted to thank Chad Steingraber, of course, for these tweets and XRP drops as well. Xafo3 posting this, a clip of David Schwartz from an older podcast, just kind of reminding us as well how XRP is going to be utilized in the future of finance. So this clip was from a longer podcast, and it was edited quite nicely, actually, just to kind of give us the sound bites here, really kind of distill it down to what's really important. Listen to this.
Ripple trying to be like a sort of one-stop shop for institutional adoption of crypto, and institutions are going to be the main drivers. So you need some place to store it. If there's CBDCs, if there's stable coins, people are going to need places to store them. They're going to need connections to on-ramps and off-ramps, payments, liquidity services. We looked at many different companies, and then in May, we acquired Medico. But Medico has so much more than they have those things of layered services with compliance. They have this possibility for a tokenization platform, this integrating it with payments and liquidity. HSBC, they plan to offer a custody service for digital assets to their clients. It's kind of like a layering service. What's great about that is HSBC can do the sort of compliance part for them. And they're looking at things like digital asset insurance, tokenized commodities like gold, tokenized securities. HSBC is extremely interested in those types of projects. Their Orion project.
So he talks about HSBC just as one of those examples, but guys, ultimately, it's the multifaceted approach, the custody, the liquidity provider, the cross-border payments, of course, the utility of XRP growing stronger, offering long-term benefits for its holders. And David Schwartz just kind of trying to distill that down as best as he can. Nevertheless, it does paint an interesting picture. Now, when we look at the broader picture too, when we look at the Federal Reserve, a great example here, Ashley Prosper bringing this to our attention. How close is Ripple to the Federal Reserve? Numerous employees from the Fed have worked for Ripple, okay? Greg Kidd being one of those major ones, and he was the chief risk officer. Karen Gifford, another employee there. I highlighted her in a recent video, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner. Norman Reed, general counsel, and even one of those that previously worked for Ripple who now works at the Fed is Michael Barr. So that is a current position there. He's the Federal Reserve supervisor. Now, with Jerome Powell's recent comments about the U.S. building a new financial system for instant payments, who do you think is best positioned to assist with that? And what asset do you think they might use? Very, very good question here, guys. So just the other day, Ripple did confirm FedNow's network effects will transform payments and boost XRP. I did talk a little bit about that in a video I did the other day. And I'll link that video too up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys want to catch that. Jerome Powell, the chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, recently commented on the U.S. government's investment in building a new system for instant payments. He referred to the first major expansion of our core payment system since the 70s. So this is definitely going to be DLT technology. And, when you look at the connections, it is likely, chances are it is likely going to be Ripple and XRP. The other day, I also discussed BNY Melon and their unique connection to Ripple and XRP. Well, Smoke here bringing this up, guys. A few reasons why BNY Mellon classified Ripple and Stellar as special blockchains. So it's interesting that they highlight Ripple and Stellar specifically. We know about the history there, the Jed McCaleb history. We know that Stellar is very similar to XRP in a lot of ways. But why are these two blockchains special blockchains? Ripple and Stellar are the only companies that provide the application of DLTs to correspondent banking infrastructure. So first, there's that. They're both the most cited use cases for blockchain technologies for remittances and payments. Only Ripple and Stellar provide applications of DLTs to correspondent banking infrastructures. And you guys can see that there. open protocols for institutions. We got Ripple down on there, the XRP network, and also Stellar, a Ripple derivative. So interesting how they classify Stellar there. Also, proposed suite of standards to allow interoperability and governance across blockchains. He's pointing out the NACHA protocol there, similar to the Swift ISO 20022 standard, allowing for interoperability. But these two are special, guys, according to BNY Melon. And here's the flow chart, okay? Blockchain in fintech services, this is the virtual landscape of all the applications and solutions that are available within the crypto space, many of which are going to be very, very important. And they're broken down by category, from brokerage, exchanges, soft wallets, hard wallets, investments. We got capital markets, trading platforms, payments, so on and so forth. But check this out down here. This is very interesting. So public blockchains, they mentioned Bitcoin and Ethereum and BitShares. But guys, special blockchains, Ripple and Stellar. And this, again, is a document, a presentation. It looks like it is a PowerPoint slide from a BNY Melon presentation. Things that make you go, Could there be a connection? Could this have to do with, what the World Bank discovered, or what they at least released back in November of 2021 in their central bank digital currencies for cross-border payments report? Remember when they called Stellar and XRP stablecoins for cross-border payments? And, I like to bring this up every now and then because it is interesting that these are the only two special cryptocurrencies that are listed in this report as stablecoins. Yes, stablecoins. We still are trying to figure that out. Special blockchains, Ripple and Stellar as well. Again, all these things getting me very interesting. Now, here is something that I also found interesting that I know has been circulating around Twitter. Big YouTuber got slandered by YouTube after talking openly about XRP and Ripple. This is Cameron Foos, okay, and this is his channel, 443,000 subscribers. And guys, here's what he had to say.
2 years ago, I had made a bunch of content about XRP versus SEC, the Ripple case, and those videos performed extremely well until one day, about 15 of those videos all got flagged by YouTube and taken down by YouTube. I appealed for it. All those videos got put back. Okay, good to go, whatever. A week later, my entire account was banned by YouTube, saying I broke policy. Now, I appealed that. I got the account back about 2 weeks later, but ever since then, this channel has been losing subs and losing view counts ever since. Ever since I got that account back, this channel has been shrinking, as opposed to all of my competition has been growing. I've been trying to revive it for 2 years, whether it be through trading content or the podcast, and no content is simply working or getting in favor of the algorithm. For example, I would post the same exact reel on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube is my biggest account by far, and on TikTok and Instagram, those same pieces of content would get millions of views, and on YouTube, my biggest account would get like 2,000.
Things that make you go, So are we seeing purposeful suppression, guys? This has been, the question here. Even Mikkel coming out stating XRP channels are heavily suppressed on all socials. This is why it's so important that people who enjoy content go out of their way to like, retweet, and subscribe. This is why I'm always telling you guys, too, for Working Money Channel, if you do like the content that I provide, please do like the videos. It really does help me if you like the channel. I mean, all this, though, and then Cameron Foos' YouTube channel gets hit. Now, I wanted to take a look at this. Some were saying that, with 443,000 subscribers, maybe he's got enough reach to get people interested in purchasing XRP at a rate that perhaps frightened the powers that be. Could he have that much influence? For example, do the powers that be want to tamp out potential purchasing before we see that major burst to the upside? Guys, the Nike swoosh pattern still in check here, but then I took a bit of a deeper look here at Cameron's channel. And as you guys can see, he puts out a lot of content with regards to, many different types of cryptocurrencies. And if you just take a look at, you just kind of go through, okay, and I have all his videos here, his latest videos, and you just kind of go through. He was posting a lot of videos back when the bull run was in full swing. So 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, he was getting a lot of hits on a lot of these videos, like this one, 197,000, 191,000, 123,000. And then, as us YouTubers have always realized, as the market cools down, as there's less interest in crypto, the views tend to go down. So 2 years ago was 2022, 1 year ago, 2023, and you guys can see his views have gone down. But the other thing, guys, that I've noticed is he does not post content every single day. So there are many things involved with the YouTube algorithm. I don't necessarily believe that YouTube is suppressing his content because of Ripple and XRP. I think it could just have been a coincidence. I don't know. Do you guys think it's a coincidence? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.